Good evening, wonderful IMI listeners. I hope you're all doing great today. I am feeling incredibly grateful. Thanks to the support of my family and friends, their time spent listening to my broadcast and their invaluable feedback means the world to me. So a big thank you to all of you. Now, let's talk about Warsaw. It's absolutely lovely right now. The weather is just perfect for evening walks with a refreshing cold breeze and no rain inside. It's moments like this that I truly cherish. Last time, we explored Hinduism or Sanatan Dharam, and I gave you some basic insight into its principles, focusing on fulfilling duties. Today, I am thrilled because I will be sharing why I feel deeply connected to my Sanatan Dharam. We'll dwell into my personal favorite deity, Lord Hanuman, discussing who he is, sharing some emotional encounters, and revealing my own experiences with him. Yes, you heard that right. Experiences with a divine, but you will have to stay tuned till the end to hear all about it. Welcome back to Namaste Polska, your ultimate destination for spirituality, culture, and experiences. I'm your host, Kushi.
This is Namaste Polska. My experience in Poland and knowledge about Indian culture shared only on Namaste Polska. Broadcast hosted by Kushi.
Now, let's acknowledge the significance of today. It's Mahashivratri, one of the most auspicious days for Hindus. Remember our previous discussion about Lord Shiva? Well, Mahashivratri celebrates the union of Lord Shiva, representing consciousness, and Mother Parvati, symbolizes power, laying the foundation for the creation of the world. You might be wondering, how does this tie into today's topic? Well, here's the connection. Lord Hanuman is an incarnation of Lord Shiva. If you have seen the posters for our show, you will recognize the meditating monkey in the background. That's our beloved Hanuman. Now, there's a reason why we pray to Lord Monkey, and why would he be incarnated as a monkey? Being a god? Yeah, the question rises up. So, let's begin and answer all of your questions. Naradji, a sage divinity, approached Lord Vishnu to request a blessing for his form. Delighted by Naradji's devotion, Lord Vishnu granted him the wish to incarnate as an avatara, meaning a deity in earthly incarnation, taking the form of Lord Rama. This act of ultimate goodness fascinated Lord Shiva, who desired to become a forever devotee of Lord Vishnu. As Lord Vishnu is himself in the form of human, Lord Shiva then planned, rather than going as a human form, which would not be lower than the Supreme, he decided to manifest one of his 11 forms, a Vanar, commonly known as a forest dweller or monkey. Thus, to become an eternal devotee of Lord Rama, he chose to amplify the form of a monkey. Now, I will tell you why he is one of the favorite gods among youth in India. Hanuman Chalisa is a Hindu devotional hymn, or say a poetry, written by Saint Tulsidas, who lived in the 16th century in India. Chalisa, meaning 40 lines, consists of 40 words in each chopai, meaning quatrain. Every verse of this poetry contains a highly energy level naming Mahamantra. One of these verses in the Chalisa is Jai Hanuman Gyan Guna Sagar, meaning Jai is victory. We say Hanuman is his name, but why does his name fall as Hanuman? Hanu meaning chin, Man meaning bumped chin. which is known as Hanuman, but it holds a deep meaning. Our chin represents ego, which reflects pride. A very proud man will keep his chin up with extreme pride and will look down on others. But one who is a strongest devotee will bow his head down before the God. Mainly, he known as Bajrang Bali, but Bajrang is his weapon, and Bali meaning the strongest. When Hanuman got his name, he was a child. Everyone gets their name when they're a child, but you will understand why Hanuman specifically. You know how children's mind wander from one thing to another? Mostly nowadays adults too. But when you give a child a toy, it will play with the toy for much longer. Later, it will play with the toy box. Something like this Hanumanji was doing. He was jumping from one tree to another, tasting mangoes. Who don't like mangoes? I love mangoes. He thought that each of the mangoes had a different taste, but he wanted to taste something very unique. While looking in the sky and at the sun, thinking that it's a big, shiny, bright mango, being curious, he flew towards the sun to eat it. On his way, one of the lords, named Indra, the god of rains, goes into fear, thinking if he eats the sun, there will be darkness in the universe. To protect this, he throws his Brahmastra, a projectile weapon, to stop Hanuman. Just imagine, you will think 10 times before even raising your hands on a child, leave alone a weapon. Anyhow, it was thrown at him, which left a slight cut on his chin. And he became unconscious, falling down. When this news came to his father, who is Vayudev, meaning the god of wind, he became furious. Any father would. He then decides to take the entire air from the planet. In a sense, if their air stops, the life force ends, the structure of the universe ends, and all the things die. This frightened the gods of the universe, and they decided to go to Lord Vayu and said they would apologize to the child and give him all the sorts of blessings in order to give the planet back its air. Agni, the god of fire, blessed him with immunity to fire. Surya, the sun, gave him the power to change the size of his body. Yama, the god of death, blessed him with good health and immortality. Vishwakarma, the god of all accomplishments, the divine architect, offered a boon that Hanuman would be saved from all objects of his creation. Along with this, he was taught all the knowledge of the world by becoming a student of the sun god. And that's how this verse of the poetry explains that he was an ocean of knowledge, quality, peculiarity, attributes, and property. Gyan, meaning knowledge, and Gun, meaning attribute, and Sagar, meaning ocean. Jai Hanuman Gyana Guna Sagar. This was only one line from other 39 lines, which gives a deep meaning. Imagine reading all the 40 lines with complete understanding and having a deep concept of him. Would you? It's exciting. I have learned by heart it. My mother usually chants it. I started learning half of it. It actually went good. You will learn about this in the further. And, Indian youth, just as myself, believe that reading these 40 lines of poetry gives you strength and encouragement for doing everything and anything in this world. Nothing is impossible. It gives you confidence to work hard. Okay, so we'll take a short break where I will play you some lo-fi song. So sit back and relax and let the blessing of the divine fall upon you. Is one of my favorite parts. I hope you enjoyed the song. So once again, I would want to thank you for being a part of the overflowing knowledge on Namaste Polska. So let's begin. If I talk about this devotion towards Lord Rama, it was extravagant. In the future episodes, I will share a story on Lord Rama. For now, here's a short summary. During gift ceremonies, everyone was giving presents in welcome of Lord Ram and Mother Sita. Mother Sita gives him blessings of making him the god of 8 divine knowledges and 9 treasures, including the god of wealth. Mother Sita then says to Hanuman that he is a real devotee and has always, without any selfish motive, served Ram. And she hands over a divine necklace to Lord Hanuman. Hanuman carefully examined the necklace, looking at each jewel closely. Suddenly, he broke it into pieces, surprising everyone. When asked why he did this, Hanuman calmly said, "There is no presence of Ram in any of these jewels." As the confusion faded, another question arose, that the body he owns consists of Lord Ram? Without hesitation, Hanuman tore open his chest, revealing the truth to the world with strength and determination, and there indeed resided Lord Ram. This is one of the famous tales in Ramayana. Another, I would say, is when Lord Hanuman asked Mother Sita why she applies a pinch of red powder in the center of her scalp and forehead. She replies, "For the long life of Lord Rama." He then goes into deep thinking and appears in front of Lord Ram, covered entirely in red powder. Could you guess? He was then asked, "Why did you do it?" And he replies, by his wife putting a pinch of red powder on her scalp would make Lord Ram live for long. If he puts it all over his body, he would live forever. Isn't it beautiful? Speaking about his devotion to Lord Ram goes on forever. It is said that he is still alive at present on this plane of the planet. He asked for a blessing from Lord himself, saying he would want to live on this planet as long as Lord Rama is chanted. Which makes me emotional because he is loved by so many Hindus, not only for his dedication to Lord Ram, but also for giving a sense of strong will and confidence in us. Usually, youth use this as a part of manifesting anything in their life. No, this act is not devilish. It's an act of God. God puts a condition in order to fulfill your wish, where you keep your wish at his feet of God and give up your ego first and live like Hanuman. Hanuman is also Bal Brahmachari, meaning unmarried and away from distraction. Now you get the sense why I said give up your ego first and live like Hanuman. There is a common myth in India that a woman cannot see or devote herself to Lord Hanuman, which is completely false. The story behind this is big sages who have left everything to become a monk are said to be away from distraction, which could be alcohol, material things, money, women, etc. But Hanumanji has gone to be the highest level where nothing can distract him. But people seem to have made it as if women are distraction, although it's absolute rubbish. Anyhow, we are at the end of our broadcast, and I would like to share a very short experience of being a devotee of Lord Hanuman. I was unemployed for over a year. I was disconnected from my own culture, feeling like I had broken up with it. I didn't follow my roots, and there wasn't even a slightest devotion to God within me. However, my mother is a big devotee of Lord Shiva and often chants the Hanuman Chalisa, a 40-line poetry dedicated to Lord Hanuman. This made me think that getting a job was out of my control. The least I could do was to chant this to remember him every day. It's true that you often turn to God when you are at your lowest point. I started meditating on his name and Lord Rama's name. Days passed by and I felt calmer. My life started to go smoother. I was eventually interviewed for a job and got employed. But there was a mishap. Something has to happen always when there's something good to go. They called me at 8 a.m. in the morning on Friday and said they were retracting the offer due to the reason like I will be graduating soon and that it was not possible for them to sponsor my work visa. This made me sad, but as I was reading the holy book Bhagavad Gita, I found comfort. It is mentioned that if something doesn't go according to your way and you still manage to be thankful to God or the universe, that is faith. After the offer was taken back, I thanked Lord Hanuman. I knew he was bringing something better for me ahead. I resolved to my duty, whatever my tasks were that day. In between my task, around noon, the company rang me back, saying they would like to give me a chance, but it would only be temporary contract for 6 months. Well, anyways, I agreed. Better than nothing. And I was thankful. I know it may sound a bit cheesy, but believe it or not, a higher power does exist between us. It was funny because while sharing this to my friend, I smirked and smiled and said, "Good one." It could be that God was testing me to see how devoted I am or how I react to the challenges. I always thank him for anything he does, and I will always be thankful for him. Okay, I would also like to share a beautiful story my father sent me today. So, a kid riding his bicycle comes in front of a bike rider while he was taking the turn. They hit each other and the kid falls down from the cycle. Everyone around him was blaming the bike rider, telling him that he should have seen and considered him as a bad guy. Although a random dude standing on the top of the building saw that one of the trucks had brake failure and was heading right towards the kid. In this scenario, the guy who is standing on the building considers the bike rider as a hero. In conclusion, focus on the things you can control and leave the rest to him. The divine will take care of you and always do what's best for you. And be thankful. With this lesson and the big devotion towards Lord Hanuman, I will be talking about last but not the least, the Supreme Lord in the next episode, and give you a few verses of Srimad Bhagavad Gita. I will now play Hanuman Chalisa and send you a divine blessing for your wishes to come true. Until next time, see you.